Welcome to yet another edition of our darling program titled Environmental Matters. I am Faridah Igbayilola. Today, we are going to be discussing on a season which is characterized with scorching sun, hot weather, and dehydration. This season is known as the eighth season. It is a recurrent season, a time when the water industry tends to profit a lot, a time when people try to stay under the shade rather than indoor, a season of high water intake. Heat, as the name implies, means to be heated up by hot weather, and the direction is the sunlight. Many people tend to adapt to the season differently. While others are able to adapt completely, others do not. Those who are unable to adapt to this season are prone to prickly heat rashes on their skin and internal heat, as the case might be. These conditions, if not well managed, tends to deteriorate with time. Each season can be managed, and how to manage it is up to us. I'm going to give us a key which has the 5 things we must do in order to manage this season properly. These will be discussed shortly after this timer. Please stay with us.
I was built to be the best.
Day by day, governance is becoming more meaningful in Osun as dividends of democracy are delivered to the people's doorsteps. Governor Isiaka Adegboyega Oyetola has continued to put smiles on the faces of old and young. Active civil servants now receive new minimum wage, while pensioners also smile to bank at end of every month. Artisans and market women now praise the governor. Osun is now witnessing a holistic development in education, healthcare, economy, agriculture, and tourism. Osun is now the choice location for businesses for both local and international investors. The state under Oyetola is giving priorities to people's needs, despite the paucity of funds. As projects are commissioned at intervals, Boyega is working, Osun is progressing.
Welcome back from the very short break. The program still remains Environmental Matters. As we're discussing, we're looking into a weather condition at this point in time, which is heat. We are going to look at 5 things we ought to do to manage this weather. First, adaptation. What do I mean by adaptation? Adaptation in the sense that we try to work hand in hand with the weather condition, trying to adjust with the dressing code that goes with this weather. If you are the kind of person that likes wearing thick clothes, badgy wear, there's a time to reduce your wears. Try to lighten up and wear loose clothing to be able to curtail this weather. If you keep on wearing that, you are going to be prone to prickly rashes on your skin, and it's not going to be okay. Secondly, by practicing cross ventilation. By cross ventilation, I mean we should try as much as possible to open our doors and windows to be able to allow the inflow of fresh air into our rooms, and also we should try to stay under the shade. This is a weather condition that is always detrimental to our health. It is harsh and we do our skin no good. We should try as much as possible to stay under the shade where there is free flow of fresh air rather than moving under the scorching sun unnecessarily. And if we are told we have a cause to move under the sun, we should try to check the time which we are able to go around to reduce the rate at which we'll be exposed to sun. We should try to use sunscreen and sunshade to be able to curtail the harmful effect on the sun rays on our skin. Fourthly, we should try as much as possible to wear loose clothing. This season is all about loose clothing, a clothing that will allow the influx of air into our body rather than be kitting up wearing suits. It's not like suit is not okay, but we should try to unwinch for this heat condition. It is very essential. And lastly, we should stay hydrated. Water is life. It is the life wire that holds us on. We should try as possible to stay hydrated by taking as much as 3 to 5 liters of water per day, which is roughly 6 to 10 sachets of table water, popularly known as pure water, to mitigate the effect of this season. It is a season. It will go by. This is where we're drawing the curtain on our episode for today. I still remain your anchor, Faridah Igbayilola. Until I come your way next time, do join us for yet another episode of our darling program.